Greetings from Florida. We're working on a right front window motor for a 2001 to 05 Toyota RAV4. We're going to pop off that gray plastic pull cover. There's a couple screws, a couple Phillips screws behind that, and there's one behind the beige handle that you pull to open the door. Take off the triangular side view mirror cover. By the way, I have this for the left front too if you need it. The driver's front is also on YouTube. Thank you. So on that, you're going to pull open that little plastic cover from, in this case, from the right. I think. Yeah, it looks like from the right. And then lift up there and lift down there to get that bezel off without breaking it. And you get a plastic screw on the left hand side as well. Now you might not have to take off the moisture barrier completely to do this, but I'm taking it off just so you can see everything clearly. So you get 10mm bolts that hold the glass to the regulator. And normally I'll just pull the glass up and push it out of the way and put a suction cup on it, but I forgot my suction cup today. So I'm taking the glass out of the door. You don't really need to. You can usually use a suction cup with some tape to hold in place. You've got 2 nuts and 3 bolts that you're going to remove and 1 bolt that you're just going to loosen because that's what holds the regulator and motor in place. And the regulator is probably fine. You can change these with the regulator if you want to, but there's probably nothing wrong with that. You just need a window motor for this more than likely. And using Torx, I believe Torx 25, taking off the 3 Torx 25 screws that hold the motor to the regulator. There's a small spring on the regulator. In some cars, it's under a lot of pressure. On this one, it's not, so it's probably not going to take your fingers off, but be careful. There will be some spring back to it. Grab the new motor, let's put that on. And a little WD-40 on the 2 channels on the sides, and plenty of WD-40 on the regulator itself. Put it back in. That 1 bolt that you left in will allow you to line it up with right there. Toyota used these same motors on everything Toyota and Lexus for the longest period of time, but they use different wiring harnesses. Now, some of the motors have automatic up and down. Some of them do not, so that's the big difference. But you can use the basic motor on any of them, but you might lose the automatic up and down. In the case of the passenger door, in this case, it didn't matter because there was no automatic up and down. But on the driver's door, when I did it, we lost the automatic feature of it. My customer was fine with that. She wanted to save a little money. And unlike the driver's door, this is just a 2-wire system, so it's kind of easier to do. You just gotta figure out which one's up and which one's down. And I tested it out first to make sure. And then I'm going to use a Scotch connector, a crimp connector, to put them together. You can solder it if you want, but it's not that big of a deal. If you find this video helpful, please like the video. That will help other people that are searching for the same thing you were find it. And if you'd like me to do this for you and you're in Tampa Bay or Sarasota, just ask on this page. I'll be glad to get back to you pretty quick. If you have any questions, ask on this page. I'll be glad to get back to you pretty quick. We've done this about 25 years. We're pretty good at this. All we do are windows and door locks. Short sleeves, January in Florida. Move on down. You'll love it down here. It's great. No state income taxes. Oh, housing prices have gone through the roof over the last couple of years. So sorry about that. We moved down here about 30 years ago. From Salem, Mass. I married a witch. A good witch, but a witch nonetheless. So those are connected fine. I'm grabbing the glass. Don't forget to put a little WD-40 on the channels on the up and down. Line it up, 10mm bolts. Voila. Make sure everything's tightened down. And you probably don't need my voiceover for the rest of it, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. And thank you for watching. Have a great week.